Okay. Your problem is to find 20% of 25.
I would take 25 and then times it by a decimal point by making the percentage into a decimal point. So I would take the percentage of 20% and make it into a decimal of 0.20. I would times that out, and that would give me 5.
Okay.
Point.
Why are you allowed to change 20% to 0.2?
Because when you put it into a fraction,
Can you do that?
yes,
Okay.
20% is like saying 20 out of 100, which would be 1/5. Which then when you convert that into a decimal by dividing 5 into 1.0, you get 0.2 times 5 gives you 1 with the remainder of 0, so you come up with the 0.2.
Is there another way you can do it?
Not off the top of my head. That would be the way I would do it to make it the easiest way to do it.
Can you set up a ratio that has the 20 over 100 equal to something else to solve for the problem?
Not that it would make sense and be easy for me. Well, if I wanted to do it in an algebraic equation, I guess I could set it up where 20 is to 100 as whatever is to 25.
Okay. And then what would you do if you did that?
I guess x would be over 25, and I would solve for x. So it would be 100x equals 125.
500.
500, sorry. And then I would solve for x by dividing 100 to both sides. So then x would then equal 5.
Okay. Can you draw a visual presentation of 20% of 25 without it being in a circular form?
I could draw a square that has 5 rows. Five columns, sorry, and 5 rows across. And then if I'm going to take 20% of that, I could shade in, if each column acts as 20%, I could shade in column 1 to represent my 20%.
Okay. Your next problem is going to be to find 18% of 25 and to see if your method up here still works for that problem I just gave you.
Start by doing it the way I did it. So I would do 25 times 0.18. That would give me 0, carry 4, 2, 0 in the 1 spot as a holder, 5 and 2, 0, 5, 4, and that would be 4.5.
Okay. And can you solve it another way?
I guess, again, I can make it into my fraction.
Can you write that out?
Simplify the fraction. 18 over 100, and then I could simplify that down by putting 2 into both, and that would give me a simpler fraction of 9 over 50. Then I could divide 50 into 9.0.
So, do you get the same answer?
No.
Because you didn't set it up right. Why did you reduce that?
Just to simplify it out.
But then you have to set it equal to something else, right? It's a ratio.
So you want me to 18 over 100 is equal to x over 25.
And then what can you do to solve for x?
100x equals 450. Solving for x, divide 100. So x would equal 4.50, which is my original
Okay.
answer.
All right, on to the next question.
Turn the page.
Which of the following percentages is going to be greater? 18% of 25 or 25% of 18?
Do you want me to mathematically do it or to say in my
What,
head?
what do you think?
I would think they'd be the same.
Okay, can you show why mathematically?
It's 25% of 18,
Uh-huh.
right? Which is just by saying a quarter of 18. So I know that to be 4.5. So 1/4 of 18 is 4.5. And I just solved the fact that 18% of 25 is 4.5, so they're equal.
So, does this still hold true for 15% of 35 and 35% of 15? Show it mathematically, please.
What were the numerics again?
15% of 35
And 35% of 15?
Mm-hmm.
I would not think so. Just looking at it, because you're 35%.
So you think that 35% would be greater?
No, because you're taking it from a smaller number to begin with.
So you think 15% of 35 will be bigger than 35% of
I do.
15? Okay,
But we're going to play this out.
okay.
The 15% is greater. They're equal.
They should be.
Silly mistake.
So what's your final answer?
They are equal.
Okay. So back to the beginning, when you were multiplying by the decimal, is it because you're dividing by 100?
No.
Then why can you move it to a decimal?
Well, yes, I'm dividing the percentage by 100. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry, I thought you meant the overall, what I'm taking the percentage of number.